Hello, and welcome to English YouTube channel, your calm and friendly place to practice understanding real English. We are talking about family trips to the airport. This can be a big adventure. It can also be a little stressful.
Yes, going to the airport with your family is always a big event. You need to prepare many things. You need to check your documents. You also need to pack your suitcases carefully. It is a lot of work, but it is the start of a holiday, so it is happy work.
That is so true. Let's start with the beginning. Tell me about your last trip to the airport with your family. Who was with you?
My last trip was 2 months ago. I went with my wife Sarah and our 2 children. Our son Leo is 8 years old. Our daughter Mia is 5. They were very excited. We were going to visit their grandparents in Spain. For them, the airport is like a magic place. They love watching the big airplanes.
That sounds wonderful. I remember a trip with my family last year. I went with my husband and our teenage daughter, Chloe. She is 16 now. For her, the trip was not so magical. She was worried about her hair and her phone battery. But for me, the preparation started days before. I made a long list of everything we needed. I checked our passports again and again. I think I looked at them 10 times.
I understand completely. My wife is the same. She is the organizer in our family. She prepared a special backpack for the children. It had books, colored pencils, and their favorite snacks. This is very important for a long wait. She also printed all our boarding passes at home. This saves a lot of time at the airport.
That is a very smart idea. We also print our boarding passes early. But my husband always forgets something. Last time, he forgot his travel pillow. He was not very happy on the plane. So, let's talk about the travel day. What time did you leave your house?
Our flight was at 11 in the morning, so we decided to leave the house at 7 o'clock. We wanted to have lots of time. The airport is about 1 hour away by car, but with traffic, it can be longer. The children woke up very early because they were so excited. They were dressed and ready by 6. My wife made a quick breakfast. We ate toast and cereal.
7 o'clock is a good time. For our flight, we left even earlier. Our flight was at 9, so we left at 5 in the morning. It was still dark outside. My daughter slept in the car, but my husband and I drank strong coffee. We needed it. When you arrived at the airport, what was the first thing you did?
First, we found a trolley for our suitcases. We had 2 big suitcases and 2 small bags for the cabin. Then we looked at the big screens. The screens show your flight number and the check-in desk. We found our flight to Barcelona. The desk was number 44. We walked to desk 44 and waited in the queue. The line was quite long, but it moved quickly.
The big screens are very helpful, but they can be confusing too. There is so much information. On our trip, we went to the wrong desk first. It was for a different airline. We had to ask a security guard for help. He was very friendly and showed us the right way. After check-in, what was next for your family?
After we got our boarding passes and left our big suitcases, we went to security control. This is the part my children do not like. They have to take off their jackets and their shoes. They have to put their little backpacks on the belt. It looks a bit scary, but the officers were nice. They smiled at the children. We collected all our things on the other side. I always count the bags. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good!
Yes, security is very serious but important. My daughter always complains about taking off her shoes. She says the floor is cold. After security, I feel more relaxed. Then we have time to explore. The airport is like a small city. What did your family do next?
We had about 2 hours before the flight, so we walked to our gate first. We wanted to know where it was. Then we went to find some food. The children were hungry already. We found a cafe. We bought sandwiches and juice. The children watched the airplanes from the window. They pointed at every plane. Look, a big blue one. Look, a small red one. It was very cute.
I love that moment. Finding a seat by the window is the best. We also looked for our gate first. Then we did some shopping in the duty-free shops. My daughter likes to look at the perfumes. My husband likes to look at the electronics. I just enjoy the calm time. We bought some chocolate and magazines for the flight. Finally, it was time to board the plane. How was that experience with young children?
They announced our flight. We joined the queue at the gate. We showed our boarding passes and passports again. The walk to the airplane was long. We had to take a bus. The children liked the bus ride. When we entered the airplane, we found our seats. We had 4 seats together. The children sat next to the window. They fastened their seat belts immediately. They were ready for the adventure.
That is lovely. Boarding with a teenager is different. She put on her headphones and just followed us. She was already listening to music. Once we were all on the plane, I finally relaxed. The hard part was over. We were on our way. But was everything perfect? Did you have any small problems?
Oh, yes, of course. One small problem. At security, my son put his favorite toy car in his pocket. He forgot about it. The metal detector made a sound. The officer asked him to empty his pockets. He was a little afraid, but the officer saw the toy car and smiled. He said, "This is a very fast car." My son was happy. Another problem was at the cafe. My daughter spilled her juice a little, but it was not a big problem. We cleaned it with some napkins.
These small things always happen. On our trip, my husband could not find his passport at the check-in desk. He looked in all his pockets. He was very nervous. Then I saw it. It was in his hand. He was holding it the whole time. We laughed a lot about it. So, what is your best advice for a family trip to the airport?
My best advice is to prepare well and stay calm. Make a list. Pack snacks and activities for children. Arrive early. If you have time, there is no stress. And remember, it is part of the adventure. The airport is an interesting place. Look at the people from all over the world. Enjoy the feeling of going somewhere new.
That is excellent advice. My advice is similar. Wear comfortable clothes and shoes. Always keep your passports and tickets in a safe, easy place. And be patient with your family. Everyone is a little excited or tired. Help each other. The most important thing is to start your holiday with a smile.
Yes, that is perfect. Start with a smile.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. It was a great conversation.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
All right, that's it for today's listening practice. I hope it was useful for you. If you liked it, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. It's completely free, and it really helps me out. It lets you know whenever I drop a new video, so you never miss some easy English practice. Thanks a lot for hanging out and listening today. I really appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.